Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are safe and healthy. So, today we are going to start a new chapter, and the chapter name is Using the Mouse. So, let's start our chapter. So, first of all, let me introduce you to the part of the computer that you will use the most, that is the mouse. You can use the mouse to make the computer do whatever you want with just a click of a button. So first of all, we'll see what is a mouse. So a mouse is a pointing device, and we use a mouse to draw and color pictures and play games on a computer. So now we will see how many buttons are there on a mouse. So a mouse has three buttons: left button, right button, and scroll wheel. Scroll wheel is between the buttons, which is used to move a page up and down. As you can see in the picture, when we are moving scroll wheel, how the page is going up and down. So now we will see what is the correct way to hold a mouse. So students, look at the picture how to hold a mouse correctly. So firstly, we should gently hold the mouse with our right hand and rest your palm on it. Then put your index, that is first finger, on the left button, and your middle finger, that is second finger, on the right button. This is the correct way to hold a mouse. If you have to hold a mouse with your left hand, first put your index finger on the right button and middle finger on the left button as shown in the picture. Now we will see what is mouse pad. So the pad on which you keep the mouse is called the mouse pad, and it provides a smooth surface when you move the mouse, as you can see in the picture. Now we will see what is mouse pointer. So on moving the mouse, an arrow appears on the screen, and that arrow on the monitor or screen is called the mouse pointer. The pointer moves as we move the mouse, and we can move the mouse pointer in any direction by just moving the mouse. As you can see in the picture, how the mouse pointer is moving by moving the mouse, and it can be moved in any direction. Now, before going to see how to use a mouse, let us go through what is a desktop. So, desktop is the first screen we see after our computer is started. The small pictures which appears on the desktop are called icons. The horizontal bar which is present at the bottom of the desktop is called a taskbar, and on the taskbar, on left corner of the taskbar, there is a start button, and on the right side of the taskbar there is date and time. As you can see in the picture, desktop screen is present, and on it small icons are present, and start button is present, and taskbar is present. After starting the computer, we should not touch keyboard or a mouse until we see the desktop screen on a monitor. Now we will see how to use mouse button. So the mouse is used by moving it and pressing its button. When we press a button, it makes a click sound, and we can do different actions using a mouse, such as single click, double click, drag, right click, and scroll. In this chapter, we will be learning about single click, double click, and right click. So firstly, we'll see a single click. So pressing and releasing the left button on a mouse quickly is called a single click or click. We click to select icons on the screen. To select an icon on the screen, we move the mouse so that the mouse pointer points at the icon and then click the left button. We see that the color of the icon changes. This means the icon is selected. Now we will see double click. So pressing and releasing the left button on a mouse twice quickly is called double click. We use double click to open icons on the screen. To open an icon on a screen, we move the mouse so that the mouse pointer points at the icon and then press the double click on the left button. The icon gets opened, as you can see in the picture. Now we will see what is the use of right click. So pressing and releasing the right button on a mouse once is called a right click. We use right click to open a shortcut menu for objects on a monitor. Now to open a shortcut menu, move the mouse so that the mouse pointer points at an icon. Now click the right button of the mouse. A shortcut menu pops up. The shortcut menu is also called a pop-up menu. So what we have seen in this chapter, we have first seen what is a mouse. So it is a pointing device and it is used to draw and color pictures and play games on a computer. Then we have seen there are three buttons on a mouse, that is left button, right button and scroll wheel. Scroll wheel is between the two buttons which is used to move a page up and down. Then we have seen what is the correct way to hold a mouse. So we first gently put our right hand and then rest your palm on it. Put your first index finger on the left button and your middle, that is second finger, on the right button. And if we are using our left hand, we put our index finger on the right button and middle finger on the left button. Then we have seen what is a mouse pad. So it is a pad on which we keep the mouse. It is called mouse pad. We use it to provide a smooth surface when we move the mouse. Then we have seen what is mouse pointer. So when we move the mouse, an arrow appears on the screen and it is called a mouse pointer, and the pointer moves as we move the mouse and it can move in any direction. Then we have seen what is desktop. So desktop is the first screen we see after a computer is started, and small pictures are present on a desktop which is called icons, and a taskbar is present at the bottom of the desktop, and on it left corner of the taskbar start button is present. We have seen how to use a mouse button. So when we press a button, it makes a click sound, and there are different actions which can be done using a mouse, and that's are single click, double click, drag, right click and scroll. So firstly we have seen single click. What is single click? Pressing and releasing the left button quickly is called a single click, and it is used to select icons on a screen. Now how to select an icon on the screen? We just move the mouse so that the mouse pointer points at the icon and then click the left button. We see that the color of the icon changes. This means the icon is selected. Then we have seen double click. So double click is pressing and releasing the button twice quickly is called double click. We use it to open icons on the screen. And how to open an icon? We just move the mouse so that the mouse pointer points at the icon. Now double click the left button and the icon gets opened. And lastly we have seen right click. So just pressing and releasing the right button on a mouse once is called right click, and we use right click to open a shortcut menu for objects on the monitor. How to open a shortcut menu? We just move the mouse so that the mouse pointer points at an icon. Now click the right button of the mouse. A shortcut menu pops up, and that shortcut menu is called a pop-up menu. So here we end our chapter. I hope students you understood the chapter. Thank you.